What up with y'all, man? It's Mr. Zach, and I'm back with another one. Y'all remember this viral video that was posted to the internet the day of the Charlie Kirk assassination?
Get right up.
Yeah. You think he'd already be in place?
You would think that. So there's somebody on the roof right there? Just saying.
Huh.
He just ran from over, where's my finger? Well, from over there, ran in. And now he's right there. Just saying.
My first question is, why didn't the young man scream to go get help if he seen something suspicious on top of the roof? Like a man kneeling down in a shooter's position. But anyway, man, Candace Owens, man, she is on the internet, on YouTube, and she is on fire, man. She's getting a lot of criticism about the reporting that she's doing, investigating the Charlie Kirk assassination. She said it was her friend. She is not stopping until she solves the case or get real answers, because the FBI is lollygagging, man. They giving us all these different stories and things like that. But she did a show today, man, and she was fortunate enough to talk to the people who shot that viral video footage, man. And it was a bombshell allegation that changes the narrative of what the FBI is telling us who the shooter was. Let's get into it.
I then decided to try to track down the origin of a video that actually no press has been done on. It was the video of I assumed it was a student, and I think, we shouldn't make assumptions, who recorded the shooter on the roof. Remember? That started going viral. You remember the footage, and they're like, and there's a guy that's kind of speaking in the background. We can show you that footage right now. Let's take a look at that footage that we're referring to.
Get right up.
Yeah. You think he'd already be in place?
You would think that. So there's somebody on the roof right there? Just saying.
Huh.
He just ran from over, where's my finger? Well, from over there, ran in. And now he's right there. Just saying.
It still baffles me, man, why that young man didn't alert somebody, at a major event like that. It just baffles me. But anyway, let's keep going.
Okay. So this footage proved very difficult to track down. And what I mean by that is it was very simple for me to find the account that published the video and made the video viral. And when I reached out to that individual, they were immediately responsive. And I said, hey, where'd you get this footage from? And the individual said to me, a friend of a friend's family member sent it. So I'm like, okay, you're telling me the chain is already twice removed. I said, do you know who took the video? And he said, no, I don't know who took the video. And when I asked the person who sent it to me to tell me who did, because I have all of these journalists, including yourself, reaching out to me, trying to get to the bottom of it, he just stopped answering me. I said, so your friend who sent you this video just stops answering you? And he then sends me a screenshot of a conversation that they're having on an app that I don't recognize, right? So we are prodding that, and he has been responsive, so I'm sure he'll tell me what app this is. And sure enough, the person says, well, there were two people actually who took that footage, which obviously is impossible, but there are two people that were involved in taking that footage, and he sends him two numbers. And those two numbers were both Chicago-based. And when I looked up whose numbers those were, it looked to me like that was just kind of leading to nowhere. Like, why are these two Chicago-based numbers? It was very weird and very sketchy. So then I have a guy who's on the ground in Utah, and I asked him, a student, to start looking around, fishing around, and seeing if he could figure out who took that photo. Again, operating under the assumption that this must have been a student that was walking by Pelosi Center. And he comes back and he says, I have a number of an individual. This is allegedly the person who took the footage. And I said, do you know that person? Is this a UVU student? He said, no. And I said, well, where did you get this number from? And he says, well, on the day, there was a guy named Aaron who was walking around and was checking on people. And Aaron is the one that gave me this number. I don't know Aaron even, but he's the person that gave it to me. So then I said, can I have Aaron's number? He gives me Aaron's number, and Aaron also has a Chicago number. So I'm getting from somebody on the ground, and I'm getting from this person on Twitter that all of these Chicago numbers are involved, and that's not making sense to me. And I then tried to text that number of the person who allegedly shot the footage. We didn't get a response until today. We finally got a response from that person. I hop on the phone with him. He explains that it wasn't just him. It was one other person who he was walking with, who saw this person run across. Neither of them are students of UVU. One of them said he was a student at BYU, which is Brigham Young University. And he's like, well, I didn't take the footage, but my friend took the footage. And his friend does not have a Chicago-based number. So I am confused. And we ask if he'd be willing to send us the footage and to get us on the phone with the person who actually took the footage. I had a conversation with that individual after all this running around, hence the reason these episodes take so long to put together, because you're calling people, you're waiting for responses. And what he said to me completely betrays the narrative of what the FBI has put out. I am working to quadruple confirm exactly who this individual is, but he was a very much, and maybe this is a poor way of saying it, a straight shooter. Said, yes, I have a training. And I don't want to give too many identifying details here, but this person himself has a lot of experience with guns and knows guns and, helps to train people in that sort of a capacity, and said that they observed that individual, the FBI saying that the shooter dropped onto the roof at 12:15 didn't make sense to him. He said earliest it was 12:22. That the individual ran across, set up, took the shot. And I said, well, you must have been there, because he then sends me I wanted to see all of the metadata of when he took that footage. And the metadata begins at 12:22 and goes into 12:23, the very minute that Charlie gets shot. And he says, yeah, I saw the shot. I had just stopped recording about 20 seconds before the shot rang out. And he said that he told them a description of what the shooter looked like. And it was not the description that the entire world received less than 24 hours later of this person, Tyler Robinson, wearing jeans. I said, was he wearing jeans? He said, no. Actually, this person was dressed in tactical gear and he was wearing a face mask.
What the hell? What the hell?
Man, that threw me off when she said that, because it had me fooled too, man. I'm thinking that, it's the guy that they pointing out, but they got an eyewitness to the shooting, and they said that man had on tactical gear. But I got another piece of footage that I'm going to show you guys. It's going viral too. Shout out, what's his name? Range Boy Pro or something like that. I forgot his name, but I'm going to play some video footage of him and what he had someone send him. All right, so let's keep going with this Candace Owens.
And he said, according to him, and like I said, he has a lot of experience with guns, that this person looked to him like a foreign agent. I don't know if he's wearing all black, how he got that, but he said he was very certain that this person was skilled, knew exactly what he was doing, and was highly trained, like a highly trained assassin, so to speak, okay? He then says something else. As soon as George Zinn got arrested and that started circulating, he ran to someone on campus and said, this is the wrong person. I observed this person with my eyes. You have the complete wrong description. The person you're looking for is wearing tactical gear and is obviously young, because I watched him sprint back after taking the shot. I saw this with my own two eyes. And for whatever reason, that never made its way out that we can see of a description of a person wearing tactical gear. We're kind of left with this idea that he was wearing the now infamous veterans shirt with the American flag on it and some jeans. So he also said something that we had not heard, which is that he knows guns, and the gun that the FBI found was not the gun that he saw. That the gun that he saw was smaller. And I'm going to read you directly a text message that he sent me, again, protecting his identity. He said, watching the video of the impact, hearing the sharp crack instead of a big hunting rifle's boom, and seeing what looked like a shorter rifle platform, albeit with the absence of the shape of a standard 30-round magazine. The assassin may have used a 10 or 20 round magazine, only expecting to shoot once or twice. I would guess that he was shot with a Hornady V Max or similar lightweight 223 bullet designed for very rapid expansion. Of course, I don't have access to any autopsy reports like you might, but if they found small shards of copper rather than one large copper-coated lead slug, that's the gun and bullet I would expect was used. Wow. So I wanted to share that because I know that a part of this entire thing was our upset at kind of being taken for a ride by the FBI. It makes no sense to me that they wouldn't share those details immediately while this manhunt was taking place. We got every other name and basically every other description, and we're told nothing like what this person who says that he was an eyewitness, he was the eyewitness to this, and that he went right in and said all this information. Why wouldn't you share the eyewitness report that you received that completely counters the narrative? And I would say, again, assuming this guy's story checks out, and it seems to me that it did, and he sent us the data, and we looked at the metadata that he was the person who took that video, it doesn't make sense to me. It literally makes no sense to me that they would obfuscate these details when they're speaking to the public. So, yeah, like I said, we are exploring every lead here, and I just found that to be quite stunning. I don't know what to make of all of this. I guess what we make every single episode is the fact that they're just lying to us about everything, about literally everything.
Man, that's crazy. I know y'all heard all that, man. Boy, man, the FBI got the answer for this, man. I mean, come on, they have no eyewitness. They going off of a text message. And you got somebody right here who admitted to seeing the shooting happen, the person run, and what he had on, and what type of gun it looked like. Crazy. But we finna go into this other piece of video footage, man. Since the guy was in tactical gear, I'm gonna play this video for you, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments.
I want to take a look at this photo next. This guy's talking about this bush up here in the top left of this photo, and he zooms in on it. And he's stating that it does look suspicious. It does look suspicious. It looks like there is a person right here, and it looks like there is a rifle right here that the person is holding. A hand here, support hand, sort of very blurry image, but you can clearly make out that this is not just a bush. This is a human skin tone right here, and this correlates with a human head and hair and a rifle in the exact kind of crucifix shape of an AR-15 with an optic on it mounted up. So good on this dude for finding this photo and looking for, like he said, hours of going through photos and videos until he saw this. This would 100% line up with the actual shot that we've now proven was not taken from the front, was taken from the back side of Charlie. This would line up exactly with that bullet trajectory and the entry and exit wound that we exhibited, that we saw here on camera. So
what do you guys think, man? Do you guys think that this picture right here, man, with the looks like somebody crouching down behind a plant, and the way that he got it, he explained it, you kind of can tell, even though it's kind of grainy, you know what I'm saying, you can kind of tell it looks like it, but he could be reaching though. But the dude did say that the person that they pointing out is not him, it's not the shooter. So let me know in the comments, man, what y'all think about this. It's a lot of crazy conspiracy theories and that's being formed about this. But Candace, she dropped a bombshell. She really dropped a bombshell on this situation. So yeah, it looks like it could be someone up there kneeling down. But who knows, man? But yeah, man, look, Candace, keep doing your thing, man. I ain't mad at you. Keep doing it. You say Charlie was your friend. Man, I need a friend like you. If somebody ever was to take me out and it was a mystery, I would want my friends to investigate, because it's hard to trust the police and FBI, because they not doing their jobs correctly, you know, I guess, because they leaving a lot of unanswered questions. It's just crazy. But man, look, let me know in the comments what y'all think. Y'all subscribe to the channel, man, and we gonna keep going, man. All right, y'all protect yourself at all times and keep your head on the swivel. God bless you, God bless me, man, and God bless America. And I'm out. Mr. Zach Reacts. Peace.